more effective and nominal interest rates. Remember, we actually started doing the sums, but inside of the sum, you're immediately taking the nominal rate to the effective rate. Basically, what's happening is you go to the bank, he gives you a nominal rate. How did I tell you that works? The number he gives you is the nominal rate. The bank manager will never tell you he's giving you 2% per day.
Kan die eindskrift van graad 12 dames asseblief na my kantoor toe kom? Die eindskrift van graad 12 kom asseblief na my kantoor toe.
So that will never happen, that they will give you a daily rate or a monthly rate, but they give you like 12% or 15% per annum or per year. Then they'll tell you how will they compound it. So it can never happen with simple interest, because it's a compounded interest rate. So now to take the one to the other one, you were taught a new formula, which is? Okay, and 1 plus? Okay, just that is over the m. The whole thing is to the power of m, and make this a nice big fat one that you don't try and make it a fraction as well. Actually, you've got the formula. Now that m we spoke about, and on Friday we even added weekly. If that is done monthly, it means that m must be no other way. Has to both be 12. Think about it. If a formula has an a in it, then every single a has to be whatever the value of a is. B's value, every single b. So if m is 12 there, then it must be 12 there as well. It's the formula. Now they're giving me a nominal rate of 8.5% in this example. So it's going to be 0.085 to be. Remember, that is R. R nominal is 8.5. So I nominal is 0.085 and 1 plus. The question is, what is? The effective interest rate. So to get to the effective interest rate, similar to the one we've done previously, chop chop, take your calculator, give me the I effective. How? Just put all of that in your calculator, simplify, and then? Minus with 1. And the answer, I'm guessing, it's going to be not so far away from 0.08. Are you with me? Because if that's the nominal rate, I should in effect get a little bit more. If I had the effect of the nominal, should be a little bit less. Are you with me? Logically. What is that answer, please?
0.0839.
Give me one more.
09.
09, what? And I need it more because then I want you to take the I effective into R effective. The interest rate, the actual rate is then multiplied by 100. So basically the comma moves 2 spaces. So it's 8.84. Excellent. That's why I needed that next 9. Because it's going to make that 3 a 4. Please remember, you don't round off. If it's rounded off there, then it's only the 9 that has anything to do with the 3. We don't start rounding off there from the back and say the 9 makes that 0, 1, and so you carry on. You know that. Silly to say that. So that's the effective rate per annum. Right. Always per annum. If it's nominal, it's per annum. If it's effective, it's per annum. But it's compounded in a specific way. Right. This was compounded monthly. So, the last one, I think, is to take 18% daily into an effective rate. Then we could do that. So let's see what you did. So if you take 18% per annum, but it's compounded daily, and you want to take it to the effective interest rate, then this is again the question. So I have nominal rate of 18%. It's done. Daily, so it's 365 here. 365 there. The rest of the thing is a formula. Has to be there, the 1 and the brackets. Same thing on this side. To get the effective rate then alone, you take your calculator, put the whole thing including the brackets in there, get the answer and say minus with 1, and what do you get?
0.1971642.
Okay? Then to get the interest, the I,
Times
into
by
R, you times with 100 and it's 19.72% per annum. So in effect, the 18% was quite a lot more than what he originally told you because he did it so much more frequently, daily. That's why it's 9.72. How many marks for a question like this in the exam? 3. Alright, so it'll be for taking that formula and knowing it, for substituting definitely for the 365, or for the 12, or for 4, if I asked you if it was done, when would this be a 4? Quarterly, when would this be a 2? Biannually or semi-annually, or when would it be a 52? Weekly that we did on Friday, right. Right, so taking an effective rate into a nominal rate, the formula doesn't change, stays the same. But your effective rate is now,
0.143.
right, always remember to divide by the 100.
That's one.
Brackets stay the same, the 1 is always there. The nominal rate
Unknown.
is the one I'm looking for. And the M
Over 4.
must now be
4.
Please keep that in the back of your mind. This can never, ever, ever differ. Has to both be 4, or 2, or 12, or whatever. Right. Now the only thing to look at here is the BOD max. In which order are you going to do these operations? To go and find
Unknown.
I nominal. So what would you do first?
1 plus 0.
1 plus, which is going to give you 1,143. You with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need to show me that?
No.
If you want to show me 4 steps, go ahead. But you're wasting time, and you don't have time. You're always working against time, right? So you add that, and then what do you do?
You 4.
You have to first root 4. Remember now, this is taking away the 4, and this 1. In which order? Any way you like.
No.
Has to be. First the exponent.
Then minus
Then
1.
the 1 you must minus. Then the
times
4 you must
times.
times. There's no other way. That's order of operations in reverse when we are doing a sum where we are trying to solve an unknown value. So first, root it by root 4. You know which one to go on in your calculator? We can put in
Yes,
any
ma'am.
size of 4, right? And you put there a 4, and there over here you'll have to say
Answer.
answer so that you'll keep this one. Okay, well it wasn't very difficult. You could punch in 1,143, okay, of that answer, and then after doing that, please first say
Minus.
equal. Let it do the root. Equal before you say minus. Because when you say after that times with 4, times is before minus. And your calculator knows that if you don't give it to in the correct order, the way it should be, it's going to first time and then minus, and it should first minus and then
times.
So the best idea I can give you is to always say equals. Get that answer equal, get the root equal, minus with 1 equal, times with 4. And it should then be, I nominal is something 0,
3.
1,35914, etc.
etc. And then R nominal would be 13,59. It doesn't change because the 1 doesn't change the 9% per annum. And it is compounded quarterly. You don't have to write all of that in there. You've taken an effective rate of 14% into a nominal rate that was 30,5. And it makes sense because the nominal should be a little bit less, where the effective is a little bit more. In effect, you get a little bit more because you do it more frequently than just once a year. Right. Okay, now that we are just about clued up on that, I'll change the sign. Always. If it happens, and it very, very, very seldomly does, but then I'll show you this one. Now I'm going to do it the long way so you can see. If all else fails and you forget, you can always go back on this one. The question is, please change a nominal interest rate of 11%, 11.3, that is calculated semi-annually, into a nominal rate that is compounded monthly. Man, what's going on here? I want to change nominal into, oopsie, Another formula. No. This is the formula. Changing nominal into effective and effective into nominal. So one way of thinking about it is, and I'm going to take you the long route now, is to say, well, take the 11,3 and take it to effective. Then we'll do the effective sum like this one and go back to nominal again. We're going to do it that way. So help me, give me the answers. So 1 plus I effective with a nominal rate, and please somewhere in a sum, the formula must be there. So we are taking this nominal rate of 11,3, making it nominal, which will be 0,113, over, and it was done semi-annually, so it has to be 2, and I'm taking it into effective. And it's the same sum as we did there. So basically there's always two choices. Either you're going to just type in everything, get to your effective one, or get to your nominal one, or for the effective one you're going to do a root summing. Do I need to know any of those steps? I just want the answer. So step by step, how are we going to do this?
You wanna first do
Simplify.
Just simplify and say
minus
with 1. It's the easier one of the two. So I effective, please.
0,116. Then we left the 1 9.
Okay. And then that would mean that R effective then would be 11,69. Happy on that?
No.
What's it? 6.
Between 6 and 9.
There's another one.
Not another 1.
So that is going to be 2. Are you with me?
Yes.
Alright. Now I've taken the nominal one into effective one. So I'll have to do another sum and say, okay, well, let's do it again. Taking this effective one into nominal. Now the effective one was 11,62, which I divide by 100 and I'll get 0, comma. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
And then it's the more difficult one of the two to go and do on the calculator. Oopsie, that shouldn't be a 2, that should be an M. Now this time I'm taking effective to nominal, but it must be compounded monthly. So monthly, it must be 12. So both places, 12 there and 12 there. So we're doing two sums. And if you want to do this final exam, if ever they ask it, which they rarely do, then you do it this way, it's perfect. But I'm going to show you the shortcut just now. Okay. So then it's going to be equal to, what do I have to do with this sum to get to I nominal? First,
Plus
them and say equal. Then,
root 12.
root 12 it, say equal. Minus 1, say equal. Times 12, say equal. And my I nominal will be less or more. Nominal should be a little bit
Less.
less. Okay.
0.009.
No, it doesn't seem right. Please help me. 1 plus 0,11, 62 equals root 12 equals minus 1 equals times 12 equals, and the answer is? Some guys?
0.9.
Oh, 0.9, 0.0, she said, yes. 0.09.
0.09.
I'm going to fire all of you on your calculators. Right, so when you add that, and you say root of 12 of it, that's where the 0.09 something came in. Then when you say minus 1 and times it with 12, it's 0,1104 what. Meaning it's going to be 11,04% correctly rounded off with enough digits there. So that means that I've changed a rate of 11,3 that was compounded semi-annually, in other words twice a year, into something that must be done monthly. That means 3 times, 12 times, much more times a year. So then why is this less? Because remember, it's got to effectively be the same. Whether I do it monthly or whether I do it quarterly or whether I do it whatever, in effect, I've got to have the same amount that the bank manager has given to me as nominal. That's why this is a little bit less to bring it to the same amount, and this is a little bit more because it's semi-annually, it's only done twice. Now we're going to do it on a different way. Alright guys, so now, think about this. It's the exact same formula that I've used. Over there, it was on the right-hand side that I did the nominal part, and over here, it was on the left-hand side that I did the effective to get back to the nominal one. See if you agree with what I'm saying here. I'm saying, let's just check out, if I do the 1 plus I nominal, and the 1 plus I nominal, but then mathematically this seems ridiculous because yes, obviously that's the same thing. Okay, but now I want to show you, if I take nominal semi-annually to nominal monthly, why can't I just omit? Nice English word, eh? Why can't I just not do it? That middle part, to first take it to effective and then take it back to nominal again. Are you with me here? Yes. I'm doing the 2 in 1. But if all else fails and you're sitting in a test and you can only take it to effective and back from effective to nominal, then that's good. No problem. Think about it. Because the formula is the same, because they're both equal to 1 plus I effective, right? And it's got to have the same effect. Because the bank manager is not being kinder to you every time he gives you the money. He's given you an annual amount, and in effect, you're going to have to work it out a little bit more if it's only done once or twice a year, and a little bit less if it's done 12 and 365 times a year. That's why these two have to be
The same.
alright. So now, and this is why I would always write this here at the top, because otherwise all of this just seems the same. If it's done semi-annually, then those ends must be
Equal.
right? Do I know the nominal rate semi-annually? Yes, it was 11, so it's 11.3 over. Are you with me? What am I looking for? For the nominal rate? Monthly. But monthly has to be?
I prefer this one.
You will agree with me here? Can you see what I'm going to solve?
For nominal.
The only variable is I nominal. And then I'll just omit the one step. It's going to save you like 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Right. So now how do I do this sum? What am I looking for? So just focus, children. How do I do this?
You start there.
The whole thing, punched it into the calculator. And maybe this time you would like to give me some steps in between, but you really don't have to.
Sorry.
These sums will not be like 7, 8, 9 marks. Never. Even this one would maximum be 5 marks. More likely 4. Because if you did it this way, this would be 2 marks and this would be 2 marks because I'm testing the same thing twice. Okay, so if it's 4 marks, I really don't want to see all of your steps saying, what's this answer? What's the answer when you do what? Rooted by 12 and then minus with 1 and then times by 12 again. So can we do it together and see if we get the same answer? 4. Now is it possible that I can get a different answer than this one?
Yes.
Why?
If you calculate wrong.
No. Because remember, we rounded off here. If I had not rounded off here and taken the whole dot, it would be more likely to be correct. Are you with me? Before I get to the answer, is there a possibility that it might be a little bit off? Like 0.5 or 0.41 or whatever the case may be? Are you with me? Just keep that in mind because of rounding. So now we're doing, type the whole thing to the power 2, then we say root 12 of answer, then we say equals, minus with 1 equals, times with 12 equals, and the answer is?
0.
You see it's not exactly the same,
Yes.
but if I round it off,
It's 11. 0.04%.
It's still the same nominal one. So in extreme cases, if it does happen, it does sometimes happen in grade 11 papers especially, that they do this. Now, looking to the future, because this is where it could happen, I haven't seen it happen. It's too many chances for mistakes in a matric paper. Where when you start working with loans, and you go to the bank and the bank manager gives you an interest rate, but it's compounded semi-annually. But you decide, no, wait. I want to pay these guys monthly. Then it's going to be a little bit more extreme than what you're having at the moment, but all the time I've been telling you it has to go hand in hand. You can't have a monthly interest rate, but your time interval is in years or quarters or whatever. They have to be the same. So if the bank manager gives you a semi-annually compounded interest rate, but you want to pay them monthly, and you want the time intervals also to be in months, then you're also going to have to change your interest rate into monthly. Everything's going to be in the same interval. And then if the bank manager gave you a semi-annually one, and you need it to be in a monthly one for a reason which you'll see better next year, then you'll have to change it like this, which I haven't seen happen yet. But now you know. Are you with me, everybody? Because I'm going to give you ones like these for homework. Right.